Slanjavat, welcome to Whiskey and Synths. Today we're going to find out why you and almost everyone is lazy as fuck compared to Prince. And hopefully we'll find a few lessons along the way. So maybe we can be a little bit more Prince ourselves in our day-to-day music making life. And it would be cool if we had a t-shirt that was like, be more Prince. So we're going to get into it. I think today I'm trying to live by that because I've been up since 6 a.m. It's now 10 p.m. I've been working all day and I'm trying to get in recording this episode right now, which is the kind of thing Prince would do, non-stop creativity, working away until the wee small hours. So let's get into it. We're going to cover 4 different things. We're going to find out how even as a teenager, he was an absolute grafter. We're going to find out how he had one song finished per day, every day. Not a demo, a whole song. And then we've got 3 little bonus mini examples of how Prince proves you're lazy as fuck. And then we're going to address the elephant in the room. Did Prince use drugs to achieve all this non-stop creativity and work? We'll find out. That's for the end of the episode, so wait to the end to find out about that. Just so you know, my name's David. I run a music studio in the UK, and I've had my work featured on the BBC, on ITV, and I've even had music I made featured in an app made by the European Space Agency. That one still blows my mind, but I'm pretty chuffed to that one. So yeah, just so you know a bit about my background, but we're here for Prince. Let's get into it. So most people believe Prince had God-given gifts bestowed upon him, the talent that no one else could ever have. But the truth is, he had an interest in music, and his father, who was a jazz pianist and composer, helped nurture that, but he put in the work. Prince was obsessed with it, to be fair, but he put in the work. And I've been reading this awesome book about Prince, this biography by Matt Thorne that I'm really enjoying at the moment. And it shows how even as a kid, he didn't like school at all that much. And when he did attend, he was just in the music room every day, all day. And the teachers were just, I think they'll let him do it because they're like, well, at least he's in school then. And it shows how he was like working away at it even then. But when you love something so much, it doesn't feel like work. So from the outside perspective, people are, oh my God, he's putting so much time and effort into it. But the truth is, I think from the feeling I get is like Prince just liked doing it so much. He would do that and put the time and effort into it. So from a young age, he's just getting in all these hours under his belt, all this practice. He's getting this sort of interest he had kind of nurtured. And it's this combination of his own obsession and a bit of nurturing that's helped. And there's a cool bit where he gets some help in his late teens and early 20s as well. So his dedication, his work ethic, and all the skills he was developing got noticed by Peppy Willie, who's his cousin, and also Chris Moon, who was in the music business, making records, making songs in the area. And Chris actually made a deal with Prince where he would pay for everything for them so he could help nurture him as an artist. And the only thing he asked is if Chris contributed to a song, he would have a writing credit on it. And there's a bit about it in this book. He says, his deal with Prince was simple. He would pay for everything, and the only thing he wanted was to be given credit for the songs he wrote. And that's amazing. And as far as I'm aware, he even included like paying like living costs in a basic apartment for Prince. So this opportunity was amazing. I mean, not many young people get to kind of leave high school, already have so much music experience under their belts, and then not even have to worry about getting a job and getting straight into music. And, a lot of teenagers or people in their early 20s who were given like a free apartment, living cost provided, would just like doss around, these days, Xbox, smoking weed, no, I'm going to chill with my mates, let's go out party, meet some girls. Although Prince did that, I'm sure. But apparently Prince, the band he got together, in the early days of the revolution, he would still rehearse them 8 hours a day and then still do stuff in the evening. So here's what Chris Moon had to say about Prince's work ethic even then. And bear in mind, it says he was only about 15 or 16 years old at this moment. He says he remembers that during recording, it was a sunny day right across the street from me at Baskin Robbins Flavors Ice Cream. We'd been recording for 4 or 5 hours, and the manager said, okay, let's take a break before we come back and do the vocals. Everyone took a break, and she and the other members of the band went outside. Well, all but one. Left behind was Mr. Personality. I'd rather be by myself, Prince. And so I'm sitting there drinking a can of pop with my feet up, and I look through the window, and there he is on drums. I have another sip and go to the window, and a few minutes later, he's on the piano. Another 5 minutes go by, and he's on the bass guitar. So I cranked up the mics in the room to see if he's any good. He's not bad. He seems to be confident, better on some, not so good on others, but generally confident on all these instruments. And I realized if I only have one artist, I don't have to worry about the drummer not showing up and screwing up the whole session. So Prince was there already doing all these instruments. So everyone else is on a break. He's still there jamming out. And that's what made Chris Moon believe in him even more, to give him these opportunities. An example of making your own luck. So I think a takeaway from this is, Prince was a teenager then. And instead of like messing around, kind of wasting time, he already knew what he wanted to do and was just doing it. And I get a feeling that was maybe instinctual. He was just drawn to music and loved doing it. And I think that's amazing. I think at any age, a lesson you can take away from that is whatever you're really drawn to in your heart. And I guess most of you watching this are into your music. Really follow that and like kind of become a bit obsessive about it. And don't be afraid to be like, I'm not watching Netflix tonight. I'm going to do some music stuff. Or, I'm not going to do this tonight. I'm going to do some music stuff. Or I'm going to order an Uber Eats tonight so I don't have to cook, so I have more time to do my music stuff. Or just something like that. And try and carve out that time to do the music you say you want to do. You've got to make it happen like Prince did. So if you're here on Whiskey and Synths watching this video, chances are you need some help with your music and getting it finished. So I've got something that can help you with that. A little freebie where you can get help from me, actual me. Here's how. Music producers, has trying to finish your Ableton project turned you into a crazy person slicing up all your MIDI cables? Then you could be eligible for free help. It's time to kill your I'm not done with it yet syndrome and finally get your track finished and released on a label in only 10 quick steps. I mean, you could continue to procrastinate sending all your Ableton projects to an early grave, but this course guarantees you cannot fail this time with a music production help desk, a guaranteed release on my label, and 10 online tutorials with me making each step towards that release super easy. So you might be thinking, okay, cool, but who is this random David guy off the internet? Well, here's some of my 5-star reviews and cool companies I've worked with. And cause I'm a generous guy, I want you to try it for free in a session worth 75 quid where we do a Jedi level in-depth analysis of your Ableton project and give you a personalized and bulletproof checklist you can follow to finish your track for free. So if you want to save your Ableton project from an early grave, click here. Whiskey.